All right, on my lunch break. These are the Chippewa Edge Walker. This is a 9-month update. I work 40-hour weeks, 10-hour days. So I'm on my feet, we'll call it 8 hours a day-ish, 8 to 9, depending. Non-structured toe. Super simple. You don't need a safety toe if you don't drop anything on your toe. So if you drop something, make sure your foot's not under it. Stitch toe has held up nicely. So these are Goodyear welted all the way around. It's a synthetic welt. It's not a leather Goodyear welt, I don't believe. I think I cut a piece off. I with a razor blade cut it off and burned it and it just melted, so it's just a plastic welt. But it's not cracked or anything. It was cold when I bought these, 9 months ago. So it was wintertime when I bought these, but they were brand new. So we'll see, we'll go through another winter. Once it starts getting cold out, I'll start wearing these to and from work. Right now they just live at work. But all my boots, I wear out this little corner, but no more than this. Once that's worn out, and it won't drag anymore. But that's 9 months, but it won't get any worse than this. I just wear out a part of the toe or a part of the heel, and then it's fine. These are slip resistant, oil resisting. All the stitching is held up nice. My only gripe with these boots is this last piece here is a hole, so you thread it through. If you've got some crazy job, you've got to make sure your boots are on tight, then you would feed this through there, your lace through there, but I would rather it be a speed hook. So I end up only doing the 3 speed hooks, and then my laces are a bit too long. I've been impressed with how everything's worn in. These insoles haven't been terrible. There's a fiberboard insole in there. This is the insert, and then the insole is fiberboard and it's riveted to the midsole. Interesting construction there. The heel counter is a synthetic material, maybe like a leather board if I had to guess. That has worn in nice. And that heel counter comes all the way through, and around here it's stitched in, so that's nice, and it offers some good. I would imagine there's some cardboard in here as well, but it's held up. I just measured this with a mic, and it is 2 mils thick, which is on the low end for a work boot. But I like them. They're not cracking or anything yet. I'm a brake test technician, so I work with brakes, brake fluid, brake dust, brake clean, you name it, caustic stuff and stuff that would dry it out and ruin leather, and they've held up. The leather's held up really nice. Got a little gash there, but it's not deep, it's just superficial. I would recommend these. The padded, I wasn't sure at first, but the padded collar here is nice. And it's leather and just stuffed with foam, I'm sure. But for 150 bucks, I've been pleasantly surprised with these. The Goodyear welt goes all the way around. That's held up great. Any boot worth its weight is Goodyear welted or stitched down. A brunt is just all glued construction, and then the upper's stitched, but the upper is just glued to the lower. Not good. It is a synthetic welt. It's plastic, not leather, but you'd have to go for upper tier Red Wing style type boot. Thorogood is a synthetic welt. This is synthetic welt, and it's not cracked yet. It's been 9 months. For reference, I do 10 to 15,000 steps a day at work. So that's what it looks like. with 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day for 9 months. These are unlined. If you work indoors, get an unlined boot. If you work outside in the heat, you want an unlined boot. They're not waterproof, so if you work outside in the wet, you would want a waterproof boot. But if you work indoors, unlined is the way to go. There is a sock liner down, see that white up on the edges? That's the sock liner. Has not worn through yet. So I gotta clean these up. They haven't been cleaned in 9 months, which is a little crazy for me, but I like these quite a bit. I would recommend them for, I think they're like 150 bucks, give or take $20. I think they're factory seconds. They've been solid boots. I would also recommend Jim Green. If you want a very well-made boot at a lower price point, I would recommend Jim Green. If you want a really heavy-duty boot, Jim Green Baobab will give Red Wing a run for their money, and maybe even White's. White's boots, I think Jim Green would give them a run for their money. I would recommend them. But if you're just looking for a cheap pair of boots that's going to hold up and could be resold if you wanted, these Chippewas are fantastic. So if you got any questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll see if I can answer them for you.